In late 2004, a young Army Major, Teo, left his well-paying job to pour his life savings into starting a specialized IT solutions firm. His startup, Transmex, was a clever merger of his background in strategic military thinking with his expertise in unique IT solutions.
Transmex is focused on three main things: connect, sense, respond. And what we believe is that we can actually help the world connect all their assets, all the critical assets, and then help them sense where are all the critical problems. And then at the same time, we help the organization respond to all these problems with more effective solution. Overall, what we promise to achieve is a more effective and more efficient organization as when you adopt the system.
For the self-professed rebel, the startup was a major leap of faith. Sean had no prior experience in launching a business, but the desire to do something more with his life and to be a part of the challenging global business environment convinced him to tackle the million-dollar question.
Business these days are different from the past, where it's all about demand and supply. These days it's about creating demand. You really need a system that actually taps on all the resources in the world so that you can be more efficient and more effective. And I call this creative destruction, where you actually replace monopolistic kind of company, the way they run the business, into a very competitive kind of environment where they adopt and they start to adapt to organization and to environment that changes every day.
From the beginning, Transmex had big dreams and ideas to develop customized information, command and control systems. The company helps clients in the logistics and military sectors connect to all their assets, sense the status of their assets, and respond accordingly. Sean roped in his former colleague Ronald Pang to the company.
I think Transmex being still small today has got a few advantages. First of all, we are very nimble. All right, so we can move and adapt our product solutions very quickly to customize to customers' needs. And then we are also very responsive and innovative, and so we can finish a project from beginning to end and wrap it up in 3 months, and that's what impresses our customers very much.
Like Transmex, more startups are demonstrating the potential to adapt and grow big quickly. The way forward is clear: thinking big and embracing innovation. In the past, Singapore companies were careful to cultivate and establish their footprint at home before thinking about venturing overseas. But in the global age, the boundaries are being redrawn fast. Transmex is one company that thought of the world as its market from its early days. Its most famous venture to date is a tracking system that helps petrol companies stop the problem of oil pilfering, saving them millions of dollars in the process. In 2006, Transmex clinched a lucrative contract with one of Indonesia's oil and gas giants. This was followed by international accolades for their groundbreaking system. The company, supported by Spring Seeds, or the Startup Enterprise Development Scheme, soon attracted the eye of a business angel, Cyrus Venture Consulting, with its growth potential.
You really need to interact with global entrepreneurs, global business, and get new ideas, because business is also partly due to network and ideas and seeking the best business model.
Transmex had scored breakthroughs on home ground in less than a year, but its management knew that it had to grow a second wing concurrently.
Of course, we have to walk before we run, so we have got some success here before we can bring the products overseas. So when we first started, we have to work very hard. We have got to learn painful lessons. We have to make cold calls, and but we have to work hard, and so that when the opportunity comes, we can actually grab it and then excel. So we had that one opportunity to do a project in Middle East, and we grab it, we perform, and then give ourselves a reputation that, and the second project just come, and the third and the fourth.
In 2006, Transmex inked a contract in the Middle East for a tracking system. This was its first overseas foray, and the team has not looked back since.
I think we can grow a lot more from where we are today. We have already grown since the last 12 months. I think our turnover can easily be another 10 times higher than what we are doing now. We are going global. When we first started, we are just within the Southeast Asia. Now we are in the Middle East, in 1 or 2 countries, but we know we will expand aggressively in Middle East within the next 3 years.
Sean and his team of engineers now jet into the Middle East regularly to service their growing portfolio in the region, including this client in Abu Dhabi.
Entrepreneurs are people with vision to see what is possible. And they are creative by nature. Hey, I have a good idea. And they realize that they have found a new solution to a very, very old problem. Then they get out their feet and really start to believe in themselves and start to push themselves. And they start talking to people, and then they start to master all the different elements.
By infusing a new lease of life into a traditional business and venturing overseas, these companies have found ways to chart new growth paths. Be it conducting workshops in schools and getting children excited about some larger-than-life mascots, or